guys, so today we're going to be taking my original art and we're going to be transforming it into a special keepsake using our AP Lazer 4836. Hey guys, I'm Raeann.
And I'm Dwayne.
And we're Inuki Engraving. On this channel, we talk about lasers, crafting, and how to grow your business. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button because we'll be back weekly with new content on how to perfect your craft and grow your business.
Okay, so we're going to walk you through the steps. Number one is Raeann's going to draw her dry. She does that very well, and we've been doing that since we opened our doors, so it's just unique to us. Number two, we're going to create the digital file for engraving. Number three, we're going to prepare the file for engraving. So we're going to show you our settings. We're going to show you all that stuff. And yeah, we're going to get that ready. So Raeann's going to get ready now, and she's going to do what she does best, and she's going to get her artwork ready and just get her done.
Okay, so what I'm using here today is just regular printer paper. And I have my Sharpie. I like the contrast between these. This method of transforming my own art to a laser engraved image is something I do quite often. And the most important part is to have a good contrast, crisp lines. So I'm going to draw actually a drum dancer. The drum dancer is really significant in my Inuit culture. I'm from the north coast of Labrador in a tiny town called Postville, Nunatsiavut. And drawing was always a big part of my childhood. So I grew up drawing. In 2022, I actually published wrote and illustrated my own children's book. And all the drawings in that book started like this. So drum dancing is a traditional dance that Inuit all over their circumpolar do. And traditionally it was done with a drum made from the skin of an animal, usually caribou, and stretched over bone. So this is a tradition that is slowly but surely coming back. And it's just really nice to see. So drum dancers have always been something that I really enjoyed drawing. So as you can see, all of my lines here, they're all connected. There's no spaces in between the lines because we're going to bring this into our software. We want it to trace good with no broken lines, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So a lot of my art, if you look on our website or come into our shop, you'll see it's all of my original designs like this. The drum dancer is one that I do a lot. I also do the Inuit kiss. I do a Nana and me, which means mother and child. And yeah, sometimes I'll add little designs. And I've made earrings even from my little drawings like this. So like today we're going to do this. We're going to make a wooden engraving. But this one design here, this one piece of art, I can turn this into 100 different things. We can make keychains, we can make magnets. For today, we're going to do a standing maple sign, but we could also do that on acrylic. We could do that on glass. We can engrave this design into any of our drinkware, our glasses, mugs. So one design can be reused multiple times, and I find that sometimes I'll even go into my own shop and see that Dwayne has taken one of my drawings like this and used it on the laser and created a whole new product that I didn't even think of. So we kind of work together like that. So I'm more of the artist type. He's more of the creator, I guess, like of things to take one design and use it multiple times. So that's the drawing. Now I'm going to take this and hand it right over to Dwayne.
Alrighty. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to take a picture with my phone So you see here, I'm just going to get as close as I can and try not to shake. And there we go. So that's the photo, and I'm going to send that to her email now and create our files. So let's send this on over. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take Raeann's drawing that she drew, and I'm just going to take it into our Lightburn program, and we're going to create the template. So what I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to bring it on in, and I'm going to import it into my program. So I'm going to go back to my desktop where I have it, and here it is. So here we go. So we have it on the screen now, and I'm just going to resize it a little bit. And as you can see on the screen, the image is twisted. So I'm just going to take this and rotate it. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, and there we go. So we got Raeann's drawing up on the screen. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to trace the file. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go and trace. So here, I want to just drag a box over Raeann's drawing. So I'm just dragging a box there now and highlighting her drawing just to make sure that I get everything captured. So we've got it here now, and I'm just going to haul it up from the drawing, and here we go. We got two separate files. So we got Raeann's file on one side, and we got the one that she drew. So we're going to create a template. So I'm just going to delete her drawing when it decides to go away. And we're going to take this over here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to hit my TV button. And that just shows the points on this drawing that it's going to hit. Because most importantly, mistakes that I've made in the past is there could be little dots that I took from that drawing that I might have picked up on the piece of paper or whatnot. So I'm going to hit the TV button, and that's going to show me where the laser is going to actually move when we do the engraving. So we're going to hit that, and we do have 4 little dots. So you wouldn't see this with naked eye. I always use this TV screen because if I had to take this into our Lightburn and actually engrave it, it would actually pick up these dots too when I frame the image. So we're going to take those dots out, and how we're going to do that is we're going to ungroup it. So I'm going to go back here now, and I'm just going to right click on my image, and I'm going to ungroup it. Now, most importantly, after you do ungroup it, we're going to create a template with this. So we're going to need to regroup it after we take those dots out. So that is extremely important. So I'm going to see it's got a dot. I'm going to cut it out. Don't take a piece of the boot. Cut that dot out that you can't see. And I'm going to just unhighlight these because we don't want to take out any of Raeann's drawing from there. So I'm going to cut that out. So now I'm going to hit my TV button again to make sure that I do have all the dots. And you don't see any dots in here. We've got a nice clean image. So next what we're going to do is we're going to do an offset tool. So the offset tool enables me to keep everything that Raeann did in here and just create a template. So I'm going to take this last part, and as you can see here, everything is a dotted line around her image. And I'm going to go up here and I'm going to hit my tools and I'm going to offset it. So offsetting it here, so we've got on the screen here, we're going to offset it at a 0.3. I like to use that because it keeps everything that is in here inside of it. It's going to be engraved, and on the outside of it, it's going to cut. So I'm going to say okay to that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all my image and I'm going to turn it to a fill. So I'm going to hit my 0, 0 down here. And as you can see here, set the fill. I'm going to change my fill settings now to my engrave settings that we're going to be using on our AP Lazer 4836. So what I like to use and what I've found work best is a 20 speed and a 24 power and then a 0.004 of the scan gap. So the scan gap basically is going to get the depth into your wood. So we're removing the surface, we're burning into the wood, but the 0.004 will not burn as deep. So I don't want it as deep. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this last line on the outside to a cut, because we're going to make it as a template. So we're going to cut the outside and engrave the whole inside of her line art. So now I want to hit my TV button to make sure. So as you can see here, you can see all these laser moves. Everything on the inside of the template is highlighted, which means that it's going to engrave. And the outside line is going to be a cut line. So I'm going to make sure my settings are all good here. I always double check your settings. Never just go that's what I used last time. 0.7, 75, 70 is what I like to use for the cut settings on our 4836. And then what I want to do is I want to create a base for the template. So right now we sit at 10.6 by 14.8. And I only want to create this to be maybe a 7 by 10 should be good. And I'm just going to create a square base for this one in particular. So it's just going to be a square maple base out of our 1/4 inch maple. And I'm going to just hit the unlock button on our light burn. And that just enables me to make the box as big as I want to make it. So I'm just going to go by 6 by 3-ish. And we're just going to put that in there. So now I'm going to make the insert that our figure that Raeann drew, the drum dancer, is going to sit into. So what I want to do is I want to take my box up here and number one, make sure that it's going to be long enough to fit in there. And right now it is. So I'm going to just bring this down. Now what I'm going to do is a little trick that I actually only learned not too long ago, and it's an easy one, and it just centers the box, which is what the drum dancer is going to sit into, to the template. So I'm just going to hit this button here, and it's going to center everything. So this one here, I know for my 1/4 inch maple that the height is going to have to be 0.20. Every wood's going to be different. Every insert's going to be different, but I know from a 1/4 inch maple, it's going to fit perfectly. And that drum dancer is literally going to fit in there perfectly, and it won't tip, it won't do anything. So we'll show you that when we get that done. So now I have it all set. Let me just double check. 0.20. That looks good to me. I'm just going to go back and highlight this one more time and just hit my center button to make sure. And there we go. So we got this ready to go now. So what we're going to do very soon is we're going to jump over to the studio and just show you the engrave process and just show you what we turned Raeann's art into. And it's going to be a nice, beautiful finished product. So we're here at the shop now. We got our image sent over to our laser engraver. So we're going to get everything set up now and start the engraving process. So for the maple, first we're going to have to level it to the engraver with our leveling stick. We're once again using a 2-inch lens. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to level it and bring up my Z table and just make sure that everything is level here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame my area. So the area that I'm going to actually engrave and cut. So I'm just going to hit my origin button first to lock it into place, and now I'm going to frame it. So as you can see here, it's outside the lines, so we don't want to do that. So we're going to move that over, and we're just going to bring it down a little bit. And as you can see here, this is just some scrap wood that we've used. So as I tell anybody, all your scraps and stuff, I wouldn't suggest to throw anything away. You can make keychains, you can make stand-up artwork like what we're going to do here. And you can make extra money, so why throw it away? So I'm just going to frame it one more time. Now the thing with maple that I've really come to realize is pretty forgiving. So if it's not 100% level, it's going to be okay. So as long as it's not too much off, because there was a few spots in there that it was up and down a little bit, but I'm not even really concerned about it. So I'm just going to level it to the best that I can. And now we're just going to go ahead and start it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button now, and we'll get everything started here. So it's just finishing up the base here now. And then we can get it all cleaned up and put it together, and you can see what the finished product looks like. There we go. Let's just move our laser head over. I'm gonna take these off here. So we're just gonna put it together, and there we go. This is a piece of Raeann's art, and we turned it into a template. Okay, so this is our final product. So this is Raeann's artwork. We made a beautiful piece here. We've already talked about turning it in maybe to some earrings or anything else that we can turn this template into. We're probably gonna do it because that's what we do. And it's unique because Raeann has drawn it. It's her beautiful artwork, and we're pretty pumped about it. And I'm sure you're pretty pumped about it because your artwork is all over our store. So it's great.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see my own artwork come to life. Using our AP Lazer, the possibilities are truly endless. Yeah, so this is another one. So this one here is a little bit different. It's made on acrylic. But it just shows you that there are so many things you can do with AP Lazer. This one here has been earrings, crib pegs, you name it, we've done it. So I hope that after today's tutorial, it gives you maybe an idea of what you might be able to do with your own artwork, or another idea to create something really unique and just have fun with it, because we did today.
Yeah. Fund your own creativeness and just do your own thing and just create unique products, because that's what we do every day.
Yeah, so if you guys like this content, we'd really appreciate it if you gave us a like, maybe subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our weekly videos, because we'll be back creating new and fun content every week.